Okay, let's get into this absolutely wild story about how No Man's Sky went from being the main character in gaming's biggest disappointment to dropping the most fire comeback of all time. Back in 2016, this tiny studio called Hello Games was about to serve what everyone thought would be the most revolutionary game ever. We're talking about a universe with 18 quintillion planets. That's more planets than TikTok has dance trends. The gaming community was literally losing their minds over every screenshot and trailer drop. Gaming journalists were acting like they just discovered the next Minecraft and GTA had a baby, but make it space. The hype was so real that even mainstream media was trying to get a piece of the action, with Hello Games founder Sean Murray showing up on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert like he was about to announce the next iPhone. So Hello Games was out here making promises bigger than your average influencer's brand deal. They were telling us we'd get this infinite universe where every single planet would be giving main character energy. We're talking unique animals that had never been seen before, entire ecosystems that would make Planet Earth documentaries look basic, and the ability to discover things that no other player had ever seen. But wait, it gets better. They promised multiplayer features that would let you and the squad roll up on any planet, build bases that would make Minecraft builders cry, and have space battles that would make Star Wars look like it was shot on a Nokia. The gaming community was eating it up like it was the last PS5 drop on Black Friday. Then August 9th, 2016 came around, and that's when things went from "this is gonna be lit" to "who let the intern handle the release?" Faster than a canceled YouTuber's subscriber count. Players were downloading the game with more excitement than waiting for a Frank Ocean album drop, only to find out that this supposedly infinite universe was serving major copy-paste energy. The multiplayer they promised ghosted harder than your ex. Those unique planets, about as diverse as a basement party with 2 people. The space battles, more like space snooze fest. The technical problems were hitting harder than your Wi-Fi cutting out during a ranked match. Steam reviews were in the mud, and the internet was going absolutely feral. Now this is where things get interesting. Instead of dropping a 20-minute apology video or posting the classic Notes app screenshot, Hello Games did something that had everyone questioning their whole existence. They just dipped. No tweets, no damage control, no "we're listening to community feedback" corporate speak, just straight up radio silence. Everyone thought they'd pulled the biggest finesse since those people paid $500 for a cheese sandwich at Fire Festival. The memes were savage, the Reddit threads were longer than a CVS receipt, and gaming news sites were writing obituaries for Hello Games' career. But plot twist, Hello Games was actually in their villain to hero arc. Late 2016, they dropped the Foundation update with zero warning, like Beyonce with a surprise album. And let me tell you, this wasn't just some basic patch with fixed minor bugs energy. This update added base building that had Fortnite taking notes, and different game modes that actually made sense. This wasn't just a regular update, this was Hello Games saying bet to all the haters. And the best part? They didn't even try to monetize it. No battle pass, no premium currency, no surprise mechanics. Looking at you, EA, just straight up free content. Hello Games started dropping major updates back to back, each one more impressive than the last. The Pathfinder update introduced vehicles for planetary exploration. Atlas Rises brought a whole 30-hour narrative that actually got people invested in the story. Each update was free and actually fixed real issues. Then the next update hit different. This was the one that had everyone doing a double take. Real multiplayer, finally letting you and the squad explore together without catfishing each other. The graphics got a glow up that had ray tracing looking nervous. Base building went from my first Minecraft house to Architectural Digest real quick. While all this was going down, Hello Games was in the lab like mad scientists, optimizing everything. The game went from running like a PowerPoint presentation to smooth like butter. They fixed bugs that people didn't even know existed. The proc gen, that's procedural generation for the normies, got so good that every planet actually started feeling unique instead of giving copy-paste vibes. They even made it run on platforms that weren't part of the original plan. VR support? Added it. Cross-platform play? Say less. This is where things get wholesome real quick. Hello Games started treating their community better. They created these community events that had everyone coming together like it was a virtual Coachella. Player feedback wasn't just going into a void anymore. They were actually implementing suggestions faster than YouTube implements new features. The community went from typing angry essays and Steam reviews to creating content, sharing discoveries, and actually enjoying themselves. That's character development we love to see. Fast forward to today, and No Man's Sky isn't just that game that had a rough launch anymore. It's literally that game trademark. The multiplayer system has evolved into something truly impressive, offering a seamless experience that early players could only dream of. The base building mechanics have reached new levels of sophistication, allowing for incredibly detailed and complex constructions. The exploration system delivers on the original promise. Each planet now genuinely offers unique discoveries and experiences. The development team continues to release substantial updates. They've introduced living ships as organic alternatives to traditional spacecraft, added massive space creatures to discover, and implemented settlement systems for players to manage. The addition of tameable alien creatures added another layer of interaction with the game's diverse wildlife. No Man's Sky fundamentally changed how the gaming industry approaches post-launch development. It set a new standard for game rehabilitation, becoming a reference point for other studios facing similar challenges. The phrase "pulling a No Man's Sky" entered the gaming lexicon, particularly during discussions about Cyberpunk 2077's launch issues. The game proved that initial reception doesn't have to define a project's legacy. Hello Games transformed public perception through dedicated work and consistent improvements, turning initial criticism into widespread acclaim. No Man's Sky has earned its place among gaming's most remarkable turnaround stories. It evolved from being a warning about overhyped releases to becoming an example of successful game rehabilitation. The transformation went beyond mere improvements. It redefined player expectations for post-launch support. Hello Games established a new standard for developer-community relations. They demonstrated that sustained effort and meaningful improvements speak louder than promises, setting a precedent for how gaming studios can rebuild trust with their audience. No Man's Sky's journey represents something unique in gaming history. The scale of its transformation from troubled release to acclaimed success has made it a benchmark for game development comebacks. It proved that with dedication and the right approach, even the most challenging launches can be overcome. In today's fast-paced gaming industry, Hello Games chose the path of methodical, long-term improvement. They transformed initial disappointment into motivation, ultimately delivering a game that exceeded original expectations and earned genuine respect from the gaming community. And that's the tea on how No Man's Sky pulled the biggest Uno reverse card in gaming history. No clickbait, no cap, just straight facts about the greatest redemption arc gaming has ever seen.